This ice cream melts as it changes from solid to liquid. The taste remains the same, but the form changes. And only one person can take benefit from this. That is me. Because I'm eating it. But, but life is not like that. We can transform our life and benefit more people. When I was 10 years old, I was a big fan of Shaktiman. I always wanted to spin and fly like him and fight with enemies. Every time when I used to look him at the screen, I used to be jealous that why am I not in Shaktiman's costume? I started searching around and I found Shaktiman costume in a shop near my house. I requested the shopkeeper that let me try and see if it fits. Thankfully he agreed. And for next 10 minutes, I was Shaktiman, roaming around wearing that costume. It was a full maroon costume with golden sunflower on my chest, golden cup, golden collar, and a big golden belt. Suddenly I felt so powerful. I looked at myself in the mirror and I wanted people to look at me with the same expression, with look of wonder, love and pride. I quickly rushed towards my mother and I requested her to buy me that costume. She replied, "It's expensive, you cannot buy this now, you are just wasting money." Am I wasting money, mom? You are wasting money. Simply giving toys to the kids on the street, giving food to them, giving clothes to them, you are wasting money. Instead of replying to my brilliant argument, she just sat and said, "If you want that costume, then you have to earn it." Now as a 10-year-old, the only way I could earn money is through saving. I started doing all the household work, so at the end of the day, I could get some pocket money from my mother. In 3 months, I had so many loose change that when I carried it in my pocket, my pants started slipping down. So my mother gifted me a coin box. That was another joy. Finally, in 11 months, I collected 590 rupees. Just 10 rupees short to buy that costume. So instead of waiting for few more weeks to collect that costume, I quickly rushed towards my mother and I requested her to pay me rupees 10. After convincing her for nearly 6 hours, she agreed to give me 10 rupees on one condition. If I am ready to donate my old clothes to Amit and his friends on the street. I quickly agreed. Next day, we went to buy Shaktiman's costume. It was hot and sweaty. As we reached towards the shop, one small shirtless boy recognized my mother and he ran towards her. My mom asked him, "Amit, did you have food today?" Amit did not answer anything. My mom gave him 10 rupees all of a sudden and bag of my old clothes. I got very irritated. I spent 6 hours negotiating and she's just handing over this boy rupees 10 for doing nothing. She's my mother or his mother? But I was looking at that boy. He had the same expression that I had on my face when I saw Shaktiman. But he was looking at my mother with look of wonder, love and pride. As I entered into that shop to try that costume, I was continuously looking at Amit. Amit bought some food from that money and he was sharing with his friends. And his friends were picking and choosing my old clothes. After that, when I was trying that costume, I was continuously looking at Amit. He was trying to sell something in that scorching sun. And I was standing in front of the mirror. I was also concerned whether my mother would look at me with wonder, love and pride. This time the costume was a bit tight. Maybe I grew up in last 11 months. Physically and maybe a bit mentally too. Because I did not feel the same joy as before after wearing that costume. I had seen that doing good deeds will get you the same look which superheroes get. My mother was getting the same look without even wearing Shaktiman's costume. So I asked myself a question. Do I really need a superhero costume to help someone, to save someone? That day, instead of buying one Shaktiman costume, I decided to buy two t-shirts. One for me and one for Amit. As I offered that t-shirt to Amit, I looked at my mother. She smiled at me with love, wonder, and pride. Friends, we are all there on a transformation journey and we all are going to change our form. But we have to decide whether we have to be like this ice cream or be like this candle. This candle changes from solid to liquid, liquid to gas. As it melts, it will benefit everyone around us. That day I decided that I wanted to be like my mother, like this candle, to benefit everyone around. Friends, when we are changing, look what is the effect that you're having on the people around you. How people around you are getting benefited. I would urge everyone to start sharing with those in need. You can even start small. Sharing food, clothes, books. Even sharing small things can add a smile on someone's face. Today I want to leave you with a message. Are you just melting or are you transforming?